Here we can see how we can see that the teeth do rise. Here we can see and which are at an adequate height. Since the proper height is the following, well, in this video I am going to show you, I am going to explain how to lift the teeth to the family sewing machine with a horizontal grab, as we can see. See, the feed dogs are too low since they got misaligned. I'm going to explain how to adjust this correctly and what it means for the feed dogs to be so low. Problems that cause us issues in the sewing machine. While sewing, I am going to explain all this. Well, let's see exactly what causes, what problem does it cause when sewing on our machine. When the teeth go down, we are going to put on the pressure foot and we are going to insert the material, and we are going to see, we'll put any material, any fabric does not need the needle to have thread to be threaded, because which has nothing at all to do with what we are going to see next. Let's go. Stick the needle in and press the pedal. Let's see what happens. What we can see that fails at its origin. Subtitled by TV Activity. As we can see, the machine automatically does not advance the fabric. This is mainly due to two things we must take into account. The pressure foot must be all the way down, with the bar down, so it presses on the fabric. This prevents the fabric from moving to the sides or dancing. But really, what makes the fabric move forward is the height of the feed dogs. As we can see in this case, if the teeth do not have an adequate height, the fabric will get stuck. It will stay in the same place, and we see that the teeth do not rise. When the needle is up, it means the feed dogs are at their highest point. They should stand out because of the feed dog blade. Right now we see they are too low. Then I will show you exactly where to move, what height it should be, so that it transports the fabric well and does not vary the stitch either. Since if they are too low, the stitch will be worth it. It will be some smaller stitches and others a bit bigger. So let's position ourselves at the bottom of the machine. We are going to place it in that part, and we are going to do the following. We are going to press the screws holding this part, which we have 1, 2 and 3. We are going to remove them completely, and we are going to see the mechanism at the bottom. We put the cover aside with its respective screws. Now let's remove this one so that we can see the whole mechanism at the bottom. Then we are going to use a clip or something, and we are going to move this piece. We are going to move it to the right. Remember, with some pressure and tighten the screws. To check how far our teeth are raised, we need to lift them higher or lower them more. After this, let's turn our machine around and take a look. Here we can see how the teeth are now rising and at an adequate height. The correct height is as follows. From where the teeth emerge, that part should be flush with the teeth plate. As we can see right now, only the teeth part sticks out on top. At the root of the teeth, where they are born, that part should be level with this, which would be the appropriate height for all sewing machines. So much family, like industrial ones. Once we have fully verified at this point that it is correctly adjusted, we tighten the screws that hold this shaft, as we can see. After making this adjustment, we put the covers back on and check with the fabric. I am going to explain the correct way to advance the fabric, how it should look. Well adjusted the advance of the material without any problem. Let's put the lid on, and we are going to kind of adjust it to be able to introduce this part. Then we'll put this other part. Now that the inside part is here, alright, let's turn our machine. Now let's place our pressure foot And now we are going to introduce material. The thread being threaded has nothing to do with the needle, just the height of the teeth should be well adjusted. And we step on the pedal, we can see that the fabric is advancing evenly. Alright friends, that's all.